This session, we are going to have some different perspective. This is the third session of APEC Startup Connect presented by Dell Technologies and Microsoft. In this session, we have a special guest. We have with us Mr. Amit Garg, Reiki Master, Certified Clinical Hypnotherapist, NLP follower, and a naturopath. He's going to give a special talk on mind techniques for positivity and wellness. That is, again, need of the hour, being positive and also keeping our wellness intact during this pandemic. We welcome Mr. Amit Garg. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Souvik. So, friends, before we begin, I would like to tell you about who I am, what I do, and what are these mind techniques. So, let's start with a small activity. If I could request all of you to sit with your neck and back straight, both feet on the ground, don't cross your legs, and take a deep breath in and out. One more time, take a deep breath in and hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3, and release. And just relax. Now hold your hands in front of you and press them as tightly as possible. Press them as hard as possible, as much as you can. All the more tight, as tight as possible. All the more tight, as much as you can. Now relax. Keep holding your hands and raise the 2 forefingers in front of each other at a gap of 1 inch between them. And put your entire focus on the gap between the fingers. Take a deep breath in and out. And as you put your focus on the gap between the fingers, you'll suddenly notice that the fingers have started coming close together. You may find it funny, but the fingers will keep on coming close together as if there is an invisible thread woven around the fingers, which is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And even if you want to stop your fingers coming close together, you won't be able to do that, and your fingers will keep on coming all the more close together as if this invisible thread is getting all the more tighter and tighter and tighter. So how many of us had the fingers coming close together? Maybe you can write in the chat box. So was this mind programming? Yes and no. It was part biology, because when the 3 fingers are bent, they force the 4th finger also to bend. But there was also an element of suggestibility. I was giving you a suggestion that your fingers are coming close together, and somewhere your mind maybe accepted that. All right. So, friends, positivity and wellness. If I ask you how to be positive and wellness, then all of us, we stay in a connected world. We get hundreds of these messages on WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn. We attend so many training programs. We watch so many videos on YouTube, and there is a lot of information about positivity and wellness. So I'm sure if I ask any one of you, the answers are very simple. How to stay positive and wellness? By focusing on our work, by doing regular exercise, by maybe doing meditation, by sleeping on time, waking up early, and just staying in the present. So we have these answers. All of us know that. Almost all of us know that. So the question is not how to stay positive and how to stay well. The question is, despite knowing how to stay positive and how to stay well, how many of us actually take those steps, despite knowing that unless we start doing certain activities, it will be difficult for us to stay positive and well. We still find ourselves unable to take those steps. Yes or no? As per a report by University of Scranton, 92% of people, 92% of people who set New Year goals are never able to achieve them. And there is another report on Wikipedia which says that there is 8% of the world's population which controls 80% of the wealth of the world. So what do these 8% people have that the 92% people don't have? Are these 8% people able to rewire their brain? And in the balance, 92% of the people, is there some wiring which we don't know about, which makes it difficult for us to start doing those activities which we know are beneficial for us, or stop doing certain activities which we know are harmful for us? So this is what we are going to explore in today's session. So let's begin with another activity. We want to explore that, is there some wiring? What is this wiring in our brain? And is this wiring is the reason why we find it difficult to take those steps that we want to take? So let's do an activity. In this activity, first let me explain what this activity is. In this activity, I'll ask you to sit straight, neck and back straight, and then I'll ask you to close your eyes, and then I'll ask you to imagine that you have a toothbrush in your strong hand. So if you are a right hander, I'll ask you to imagine that you have a toothbrush in your right hand and you have the toothpaste in your left hand, and you are applying the toothpaste, and then uh, raise your hand to your mouth and just imagine that you are brushing your teeth with your right hand. Then I'll ask you to put it down, and then again I'll ask you to imagine that you have your toothbrush in your weak hand. So if you are a right hander, I'll ask you to imagine that you have your toothbrush in your left hand, and then again you imagine that you're brushing your teeth. So let's start. Please sit with your neck and back straight, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in and out. One more time, take a deep breath in and hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3, and release. Now just imagine that you have your toothbrush in your strong hand. So if you are a right hander, just imagine that you have your toothbrush in your right hand, and imagine that you have your toothpaste with the top open in your left hand, and now you are applying the toothpaste on the toothbrush. You keep the toothpaste down. Now bring your hand up and just imagine brushing your teeth. Keep your eyes closed. Just imagine that you are brushing your teeth. Now stop, keep the hand down. Now just imagine that you have your toothbrush in your weak hand. So if you are a right hander, just imagine that you have your toothbrush in your left hand, and you have the toothpaste with the top open in your right hand, and now you are applying the toothpaste on the toothbrush. Now bring your hand up and just imagine that you are brushing your teeth with your left hand, with your weak hand. Keep brushing your teeth. Just imagine that you are brushing your teeth with your left hand. Now keep the hand down and you can open your eyes. So how many of us experienced that when we were brushing the teeth with our strong hand, the speed was faster as compared to when we were imagining that we were brushing the teeth with our weak hand, the left hand, the speed was slower. I'm sure 70-80% of you would have experienced that. Why? Because the wiring in the brain, there is this wiring in the brain for brushing our teeth with our right hand. Because we have done it so many times, this wiring has got created, which is very strong. And even when we are imagining, this wiring makes it easier or faster for us to do a task. And similarly, our brain has 200 billion neurons. 200 billion. And all these neurons, every neuron is connected to 10,000 other neurons, and they form a wiring. They form a connection called synapse. And we have trillions of these synapses in our brain. And unfortunately or fortunately, we are not consciously aware of more than 90% of these connections, this wiring. And this wiring is the reason why we are able to do when we are driving a car. We don't even know when we go from office to home or home to office. We don't even know how many red lights we crossed, what happened on the way. The wiring makes it automatically for us to drive. Similarly, when we want to change ourselves, when we want to start doing some new things, or when we want to stop doing certain harmful activities, the wiring which is there, which we don't know about, is so strong that it makes it difficult for us to do that. So how to change this wiring? To reduce anxiety, stress, to stay positive, we need to rewire our brain. But how to do that? To do that, we have to bypass our logical brain. Why we have to bypass our logical brain? So our brain has two parts. The logical mind, which is our prefrontal cortex, just behind our forehead, and all the thoughts that we have, all the decisions, all the planning that we do happens in the logical mind. But the wiring is balanced 90% of the brain, which we don't know about. And whether we are able to do some things or not able to do certain activities depend upon the wiring. And in case there is a wiring which prohibits our doing certain actions, for example, my doctor has advised me to start waking up early in the morning and going for exercise, and I have decided I'll start exercising. But what does my wiring tell me? My wiring tells me, how can you wake up early tomorrow? You have a very important meeting tomorrow. If you wake up early, you will feel sleepy and you'll spoil your meeting. So you finish your meeting tomorrow and then you go for exercising. Or you anyway go to sleep late. So first you change the habit of going to sleep late. First you start going to sleep on time, and then you start waking up early. And this is our logical mind. So to change the wiring, we need to bypass this logical mind. Let's do the last activity for this session, where we'll try to understand more about how to bypass the logical mind. In this activity, I'll ask you to sit straight, focus on your breathing, and then I'll ask you to relax your facial muscles, forehead, eyes, cheeks, and then I'll ask you to think of a relaxing moment. Maybe the last time when you were out on a vacation, spending time with family, enjoying with friends, playing with kids. But before we start this activity, I want you to note down your level of relaxation on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being highest, 1 being lowest. What is your level of relaxation right now? Just note it down somewhere on your notepads. Done? Okay. So sit with your neck and back straight, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in and out. One more time, take a deep breath in and hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3, and release. Keep taking deep, slow breaths in and keep taking deep, slow breaths out. Put your entire focus on your breathing. Notice how breath is coming inside your nostrils and how slowly and slowly it's coming out of your nostrils. How nice it would be if with each outgoing breath, we allow all our stress, all our tension to slowly leave our body, and we allow a new relaxation to enter our body with each incoming breath. Allow yourself to be more and more relaxed. Just relax. Very nice. Now, I want you to consciously bring your attention to your head and forehead and try to relax all the muscles of your head and forehead. Relax all the muscles of your head and forehead. Very nice. Let this relaxation come down to your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. And let all the muscles of your eyes be relaxed. Let your eyes be fully relaxed. Bring your attention down to your cheeks. Relax all the cheek muscles. Let your cheeks be completely relaxed. Just relax. Very nice. Allow this relaxation to come down to your lips and chin. Relax all the muscles of your lips and chin. Let your lips and chin be relaxed. Very nice. Now, I want you to think of the last time when you were completely relaxed. You could be out on a vacation, spending time with friends, enjoying with family, playing with kids. Just think of the last time when you were completely relaxed. What is the setting? Are you indoor, outdoor? What time of the day is it? Who all are present in this moment? What are the kind of sounds you can hear? Is there any aroma associated with this moment? Put your entire focus on this moment. Notice how happy you are, how relaxed, how much you are enjoying yourself. You are so happy, so relaxed, so much enjoying yourself. Very nice. Now I'll count from 1 to 3, and with each count, you'll start coming back to your normal state. And at the count of 3, you'll come back to your normal state and open your eyes. 1, focus on your breathing. 2, breathe in, breathe out. And 3, open your eyes. Welcome back. Now, if I again ask you to rate your level of relaxation on a scale of 1 to 10, then please note down your level of relaxation and compare it to what you wrote down a few moments back before we started this activity. And most of us would have noticed that the relaxation increases by 2 or 3 points or even more. So what is the science behind this? When we take deep breaths, our body, our brain starts going into a level of activity which is called alpha level of brain activity. In this level, the brain activity reduces to 1/3 of the normal activity. I'm sure you would have noticed that the number of thoughts you were having towards the end of this activity had gone down. So we reach a level of brain activity called alpha level of brain activity, where our logical mind becomes sluggish. It becomes lethargic. And it doesn't interfere by giving excuses when we try to access the wiring, when we try to rewire the brain. And then I ask you to relax your facial muscles. When we relax our facial muscles, it relaxes the motor cortex, situated somewhere here below. And motor cortex is right next to amygdala. amygdala is the brain part, animal brain part, which releases all these stress chemicals like cortisol, adrenaline. So as the motor cortex relaxes, amygdala also relaxes, and the amount of stress chemicals go down in the body. And then when we think of a relaxing moment, our body, our brain produces happiness chemicals like oxytocin, serotonin, etc. So overall, the effect is relaxation. But we can this technique can be used to start doing any activity that we want to start. We want to wake up early, we want to meditate, we want to start spending time in exercise, we want to go to sleep on time. We can use you can check my YouTube channel on if you type Amit Garg Kushalta Academy or Amit Garg Mind Programming. There are many videos on how to do that. Wish you all the best. I see that my time is over.
Thank you so much, Mr. Garg. I'm sure, like me, our audience who are present here today must have done all those activities, and certainly it has helped all of us to relax, to feel positive, and also taking care of our well-being. Thank you so much. That was Amit Garg, Reiki Master, Certified Clinical Hypnotherapist, NLP follower, and a naturopath, who talked about mind techniques for positivity and wellness. Thank you so much for joining us in Startup Connect, Mr. Amit Garg.